harmonies of liberty.
Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies.
Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a, sing a, sing a, sing a.
Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us.
Facing the rising sun, now we stand at length of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Stony the road we tried, bitter the chastening ride. Felt in the days when hope unborn had died. Yet with a steady beat, have not a weary feet. Come to the place for which our Father sighed.
We have come over the way that with tears have been watered. We have come treading our path through the blood of the slaughtered.
Out from the gloomy past, till now we stand at last. Where the white gleam of our bright star is cast.
God of our weary years, God of our silent tears.
Thou who has brought us thus far on the way.
Thou who hast by thy might
Let us into the light.
led us into the light.
Keep us forever in the path. We pray. Let's not be straight from the places our God where we met thee.
Let's not be straight from the place.
Lest our hearts drunk with the wine of the world we forget thee.
Let's not be straight from the place.
Shadow beneath thy hand,
Shadow beneath thy
there we
hand.
forever stand.
May we forever stand.
True to our God,
True to our God.
true to our native land.
If every voice is sing,
Come on,
till earth and heaven ring.
come on. Let every voice sing. Let every boy, every boy, every boy.
If every voice is sing,
Come on,
till earth and heaven ring.
come on. Every boy, every boy, every boy, every boy. Hey, whoa. Shadow, 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 shadow. Yeah. Come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Let every voice and sing,
Till earth.
till earth and heaven ring.
Ring with the harmonies of liberty.
Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies.
Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a, sing a, sing a, sing a.
Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us.
Facing the rising sun, now we stand at length of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Stony the road we tried, bitter the chastening ride. Felt in the days when hope unborn had died. Yet with a steady beat, have not a weary feet. Come to the place for which our Father sighed.
We have come over the way that with tears have been watered. We have come treading our path through the blood of the slaughtered.
Out from the gloomy past, till now we stand at last. Where the white gleam of our bright star is cast.
God of our weary years, God of our silent tears.
Thou who has brought us thus far on the way.
Ooh, that was different for me. I had to find a screen. I'm used to having another studio tonight, but I'm in this studio, so I'm used to having other screens and all that stuff. So, hey, y'all, it's good to have you all tonight. Want to thank everybody for being here. They're coming in slow, but that's okay. Uncle Paul will just do what Uncle Paul does and what he's used to doing. I don't know. Tonight is we're going to look at actually have a I guess I don't know to call it movie, documentary, whatever, that it's going to premiere tomorrow night, and it's called Still Here. And I'm just going to show a couple of the acts tonight, and I'm going to talk about them and let you understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. And we want to start out by saying congratulations to President Obama and the Obama Center that is opening this weekend was opening started tonight, and today they had a musical and I was looking at it, and I tell you, Michelle Obama's speech was so wonderful. I mean, it brought tears to my eyes to watch her speak about her husband, and it brought tears to his eyes, and to hear him speak, and to see the former presidents, Biden and Bush and Clinton there, and their wives. It just and a lot of dignitaries and from different countries celebrating our first Black president, and that means a lot to me. I don't know about y'all, but I think we need to somehow get some of the spirit back that we had when we elected President Obama. We went and stood in the cold for his inaugural speech. Um, I think somehow we've lost some stuff, and we need to get back to where we need to be. And I would say that I'm a little disappointed in some folks about how we don't want to vote now, and so many people died and gave their lives so that people could vote. And I think we need to somehow find our way back to what we should be doing and what our ancestors fought for. And that's why we're here today. When we talk about freedom, here we go talking about Juneteenth. And I'll start out on that in 1 minute. But, um, it's important that we understand things and do what we're supposed to do as a Black people. I'm working on a project that I want to start. And one of the things that's disheartening to me is that people will spend hours listening to content creators trash churches, tear people down. And I'm trying to stay positive on this side. And some days, I have my days. But I'm trying to stay positive because I believe that we should put a positive message out. And I think sometimes people don't always understand. They're not always there, folks. And I think we need to get this thing right. We would spend hours listening to garbage, and I call it garbage because some of it is, and trash and reality stuff. Then we'll look at those shows for hours and hours on top of hours. And it bothers me that we're willing to spend so much time on that, but we're not willing to sit down and read a book or look at something that's going to help us as a people. And we can't expect anybody else to do anything for us. And when we start talking like this, people want to say we're talking to bootstrapping and all this stuff. I'm not. I'm talking us to us. And sometimes we just need to have those conversations. And we got to start having more of these conversations. And you get in some of the raw Uncle Paul tonight. But I like being this raw Uncle Paul. That's my whole point. This is Uncle Paul's thoughts. And I want to give my thoughts. But it also bothers me that people are just willing to spend so much time on garbage. And that bothers me that we're not willing to sit down and look at positive comments. When I look at my numbers so far, and I'm not saying I'm good at this. Don't get me wrong. I'm growing at this. I'm new to this. I'm expecting things will grow in the future. But one thing I will say is to watch people spend 2 or 3 hours looking at foolishness. Foolishness. And let me say that again. Foolishness. And I hear people just trashing people, and people sit there all into this for 3 or 4 hours into the midnight hour. And it's bothering me that we would spend so much time on this. And then when somebody tries to be positive and give you a good message, people don't want to hear the message. And they rather go and listen to the junk. And I think we just got to start rebranding ourselves And we're brilliant people. We have all kind of gifts. We have all kind of talents. And we got to get back to our voices, folks. We got to get back to our voices and doing what we know is right. And, taking personal responsibility. And, you know, I remember a time, and maybe I'm too old for this. I remember a time when our parents used to, the whole community was our parents. If I did something down on the corner, if I cursed, said something I shouldn't have said, before I got home, guess what? My mother knew about it because, first of all, the lady on the street would have corrected me. She would have she would have corrected me right then and there. And I was dared not to speak back to that person. Like I couldn't talk back to them. I just couldn't. Why? Because that's just the way it was. You didn't talk back. And we understood that. We understood that. And then when I got home, before I got to the house, my mother already knew. She already knew what had happened because the old lady not only corrected me and may grab me up in my collar and set me straight. Then she called my mama and told her. And when I got home, my mama set me straight. Woo, Lordy. And that was the way we were raised. And somehow we've lost that. Now kids are cussing out their parents and killing their parents because somebody take a cell phone. Oh, all right, I'm ranting right now. So, but we got to get this thing right, folks. Somehow we've lost it. And we got to get back on track. And it's not we can't depend on anybody else to get us back on track but us. It's got to be us helping us. It's got to be us doing the work, folks. Nobody else can do this thing for us. And that's what I'm trying to get the message out. Nobody else can do this thing for us. This is up to us. And that's why I'm talking about this tonight. And that's why I wanted to stop what I was doing. Normally I'm on what Uncle Paul's Thoughts, and we were going through a series. And we're not going to do that. I'm not doing that tonight. And I wanted to stray. We'll go back to it on next week. And tomorrow we're going to premiere the movie Still Here. Actually, if you look under Uncle Paul's Thoughts, you can peep at it tonight. I put it up tonight, but we will premiere it tomorrow. So if you got time, it's about an hour and a half. Go look at it and let me know what you think about it. So anyways, I don't know how many folks are here yet, and I'm not worried about numbers. I try not to worry about numbers. I know numbers help us. But I'm not worried about it. We'll get what we get and we do what we do, and I try not to worry about it. We know things are gonna get better. Hold on for 1 second. Okay. I just had to make sure my comments were running over on Facebook, and I see everything's running, but what I don't see is the comments coming over here. So I guess I got this right, and if I didn't, then I will. I will in a few minutes. All right. So what I wanted to do tonight is talk about the some scenes from the movie and bring it up. It's like my night. Well, answer some questions, but I think first thing is I'm going to show the clip for the video that I did for Juneteenth, and then we'll go into the Still Here movie. But the first thing, I have one video that I did for Juneteenth. It's a short video. And why Juneteenth matters is most of us grew up celebrating the 4th of July. But tonight I wanted to ask a simple question. Can freedom truly be celebrated if everybody wasn't free? Juneteenth forces America to wrestle with that question. Freedom delayed is freedom denied. The Emancipation Proclamation was signed in 1863, but enslaved Black people in Texas didn't learn that they were free until June 19th, 1865. And imagine somebody holding your freedom hostage for 2 years. This is not about division. Tonight it's not about blaming, it's not about guilt, it's about truth. And the truth should never be feared. The whole story of America is too important to tell only a part of it. And people need to understand they have tried to erase our history. They've taken it out of the books. They've taken signs down in parks. but you can't erase it from our blood. And why we still here matters because everything they've tried to destroy has failed. Slavery failed, Jim Crow failed, segregation failed, redlining failed, hate failed. And through every storm, every obstacle, every setback, we are still here, folks. And what I want you to watch for is as you watch this documentary, don't just watch history, watch resilience, watch faith, watch survival, watch how our people carried hope when hope was the only thing they had left. Hope. And there's a thing that has bothered me for years. And Lift Every Voice is saying, it says, hope unborn yet dead. Hope unborn, one of the verses, hope unborn yet dead. And I always think about that verse, and we'll talk about that one day. But let me just start showing you, I'm going to show you the Juneteenth right now. Let me stop talking and get this going. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for taking time out of your busy lives to gather with us for an evening of remembrance, reflection, resilience, and celebration. Tonight is not just about history. Tonight is about people. Tonight is about stories. Tonight is about families. Tonight is about those who came before us, those who stand with us today, and those who will come after us. Juneteenth reminds us that freedom delayed is still freedom denied. It reminds us that there were people who waited, hoped, prayed, and endured until the truth finally arrived. But tonight is not simply about what happened in the past. It is also about what survived. The strength survived. The culture survived. The faith survived. The family survived. And we survived. Our first presentation is a short film entitled Juneteenth. As you watch, I invite you not simply to see the images, but to feel the journey. Let the story speak.
Still here, still becoming. How you gonna celebrate the 4th of July? When everybody was not free. Listen. How you gonna celebrate?
How you gonna celebrate?
The 4th of July, when we were still in chains. Freedom written on the page, but it never reached the plains. They said liberty for all, but the truth was delayed. 2 long years passed by, while our people still enslaved. I am going back to Galveston, where the truth finally arrived. June 19th, 1865. They never told us we were free. They hid the truth away, but freedom came walking on that Texas day. So how you gonna celebrate?
How you gonna celebrate?
The 4th of July.
When we were
Now free. How you gonna wave that flag so high?
How you gonna wave that flag so high?
When chains were still on me,
Still on me.
the truth still echoes in the sky. From the shores of Galveston,
June 19th.
June 19th, the day freedom finally came. Still bound by silence, still bound by lies. History whispering truth between the lines. From the cotton fields to the harbor tide, the news of freedom they tried to hide, but the drums kept beating and the voices grew strong. Truth keeps rising no matter how long. So I go back to Galveston, where the truth was revealed. June 19th, freedom made real. So how you gonna celebrate
How you gonna celebrate?
the 4th of July?
When we were
Not free. How you gonna sing about liberty truth still echoes in the sky from the shores of Galveston. June 19th, the day freedom finally came. Listen, freedom delayed is freedom denied, but truth cannot stay buried, and justice cannot hide. From Galveston shore, the message rang clear. Freedom had finally arrived. Right here. June 19th. Freedom Day. June 19th.
Freedom Day.
On the wall. June 19th.
Freedom Day.
June 19th.
Freedom Day.
June 19th. June 19th.
Freedom Day.
June 19th.
Freedom Day.
June 19th. June 19th. How you gonna celebrate the 4th of July if the story ain't told? How you gonna shout about freedom while the truth stays cold? From the shores of Galveston, let the whole world see June 19th, when freedom reached me. Remember the day, June 19th, freedom found a way. June 19th, June 19th. And that was June 19th. It was short, but that's okay. I wanted to bring that in to June 19th. And it was important that we do that tonight. But let me just say this real quick. Let me just get to some things I wrote down. I think when I look at it, what hit me the hardest was to think that people were free and didn't know it. I want you to think about one moment that stayed with you. What scene made you stop? What link? What lyric, I should say, hit your spirit? And what truth challenged you? And that usually is where growth begins. See, June 19th is more than a holiday. And a lot of folks take it off, and some people want to go shopping because they probably have sales on that day, and I'm not participating. It's easy to turn history into a cookout, a day off of work, but Juneteenth is more than a holiday. It's a reminder that freedom must be protected, celebrated, and passed on. What does freedom mean today? We honor the freedom that others have fought for, but change still exists today, folks. Don't get me wrong. We may not be in the cotton fields, but change still exists today. Fear still exists today. Poverty still exists today. Addiction still exists today. Self-doubt still exists today. Generational trauma still exists today. Freedom is not just physical. Sometimes the hardest chains to break are the ones we cannot see. And let me just challenge you with this before we leave this section tonight. Don't let June 10th become just another date on a calendar. Learn the story, teach the story, tell the story. Because if we don't tell the story, somebody else will. And they might not tell it right. How are you going to celebrate freedom if you don't know what freedom costs? How are you going to wave the flag if you don't know who carried the burden? How are you going to honor the journey if you refuse to learn the road? Tonight we remember, tonight we honor, tonight we tell the truth. From the shores of Galveston to the cotton fields, to the church house, to the classroom, to the boardroom, to the White House, to this very moment, we are still here. And because we are here, the story will never die. Happy June 10th, everybody. And I would even struggle to even say that. And remember, freedom ain't free, but thank God freedom came. Thank God
freedom came. Now, this thing I want to show you next is a trailer that I put together that I really haven't shown, but it's out there now. And I want to show it because it'll probably get my video kicked off of it'll probably get my video kicked off of YouTube tonight. But this is a trailer I put together for the movie, and I didn't include it because somehow I felt like I didn't it didn't really well, let me show it to you, then I'm going to talk about it in a few minutes. But let me transition to this. See, the question America doesn't always ask is, and tonight we're not here to attack America. We're here to tell the whole story of America. And that's the part people don't want you to know. Make America great again. We know what that meant. We're here to tell the story of America. The question at the center of the documentary is simply this: how do you celebrate freedom when everybody wasn't free? This documentary is about more than slavery. It's about survival. It's every obstacle that was designed to break us somehow became the reason we're still standing. And that's why the title is Still Here. As you watch the trailer, pay attention to the journey from bondage to freedom, from silence to truth, from struggle to resilience. This is not just Black history. This is American history, folks. American history. And if I don't see your comments over on Facebook right now, they're not popping up for me. But we'll get it. I'm trying to get over there to peep at them. Thank you, KJ, for sending a message over on Facebook. If y'all can join me over here and over here on YouTube if you can. If not, then that's fine. You can still see everything that's happening over there. But let me show you this trailer real quick. It's a short trailer, a couple minute, maybe a little over a minute. But I want you to pay attention to the music and pay attention to the symbolism. And it's powerful in my mind. I created it, so the music and everything. So, anyways, check it out.
Still, the story continues. Final act still. The story continues. Act still. Act still. Final act still. The story continues.
We are fire.
underestimated and overlooked. And yet, through every challenge, every attack, and every attempt to erase our contribution, we are still here. From Galveston to Tulsa, to Selma, to Baltimore, to Washington, D.C., the story continues. The struggle mattered, the sacrifice mattered, the truth mattered, and tonight we remember because we are still here. We are still here. And before we look at Act One, Part One, I'm going to show you the introduction of the movie and the documentary, and I'm going to show you that. And tonight we're not, again, as I said, we're not here to attack anybody. We're here to tell the whole story, folks. The whole story. This documentary is more than slavery. It's about survival. It's about what we've been through. And as you watch this thing, watch what's happening. The story is bigger than one day. It's bigger than one day, folks. And we need to understand that. All right, let me show you Act One real quick, and we're gonna get this train rolling. So it's gonna be a couple things. We're gonna show the introduction. Let me get myself together here. I knew I was gonna struggle tonight, but that's okay. Thank you. As we reflect on what we have just witnessed, we are reminded that freedom did not arrive all at once. It came through sacrifice. It came through struggle. It came through generations of people who refused to have hope. The story of Juneteenth, it is a story about endurance. And that brings us to our feature presentation. The film you're about to see is entitled Still Here. But this is more than a documentary. It is more than a collection of songs and images. It is a visual journey through Black resilience. Through 9 acts, we explore identity, survival, resistance, voice, growth, legacy, and hope. This film asks a simple but powerful question. After everything our people have endured, how are we still here? And perhaps more importantly, what do we do with the fact that we are? I invite you now to sit back, reflect, remember, celebrate, and experience the journey. Ladies and gentlemen, our feature presentation. Still here. Still here.
Before they interrupted us, a people before the storm.
Before you listen, take a breath. This is not background noise. This is not something you play while scrolling. This is memory. This is blood talking. Black history does not begin with chains. Chains were an eruption, not the origin. Before the ships came, we had names that meant something, systems that worked, songs that healed. We were not born broken. We were not born lost. We were not born behind. We were interrupted. What you are about to hear is not a lesson. It is a witness. Every song is a chapter. Every pause is a prayer. Every note carries the breath of somebody who refused to disappear.
Listen slow, listen deep.
Because somewhere in this sound, your blood is going to recognize the truth. This is Act 1. Before the ships came, we were already somebody.
Before the ships came, we had names that sang. Drums that talked, feet that knew the land. Gold in our skin, wisdom in our hands. We were whole, we were home, we were planned. They did not find us broken, they found us breathing free. Whoa! Before the ships came, we stood tall, kings and queens, no chains at all. Before the ships came, we knew who we were. Do not forget, do not blur. Before the ships came, we stood tall, kings and queens, no chains at all. Before the ships came, we knew who we were. Do not forget, do not blur. Stars were our ceiling, the earth was our proof. Stories were long, and truth was true. We did not beg, we did not borrow, we planned it tomorrow. Oh, before the ships came, we stood tall, kings and queens, no chains at all. Before the ships came, we knew who we were. Do not forget, do not blur. Oh, we were not born in slaves. We were interrupted.
Before history started calling us victims, we were vision. We were not lost, we were taken. And that matters, because you cannot steal what was never valuable. Remember that before the ships came,
They called us by numbers. They called us by names that were not ours. But blood has memory, and blood does not forget where it came from. Change my name, change my tone, change the way I pray to the sun. But my blood kept talking even when my mouth was shut. They took the names but not the blood, tried to erase what God wrote in us. They took the chains meant to break our love, but the blood remembers. The blood remembers. Call me property, call me less, but my soul never signed that mess. You can rename the body, but you cannot rename me the bread. They took the names, but not the blood, tried to erase what God wrote in us. They took the chains meant to break our love, but the blood remembers. The blood remembers. Still here, still black, still breathing, still breathing.
Act 2.
Let me say this. That's really, really deep for me. And I think it's important. I'm not going to actually show Act 2. We will skip over that one and we're going to go to 3 in a minute. But let me say this. We were somebody before slaves. And I think before slavery. And I think one of the greatest myths ever told is that our story began in bondage. It didn't, folks. It didn't. And it's really, really important that we had these conversations because the narrative, we got to change the narrative, folks. We got to stop people from lying. Because that's not the way the story went, folks. It's just not the way the story was. And we can't let people continue to tell those lies. Got it. And we just can't. We got to get to a place where we understand that we were somebody before the ships, before the chains, before the auctions. There was civilization, folks. Kingdoms and scholars and builders and farmers and artists and warriors and families. We were somebody before they interrupted us. Africa was never a blank page. Let nobody lie to you. Africa was never a blank page, folks. Can I say that again? Africa was never a blank page, folks. It was never a blank page. Too often history starts our story at slavery, as if nothing existed before slavery. But Africa was filled with nations and cultures and languages and trade routes and universities and governments and traditions long before many parts of the world were fully developed. And let me remind you, identity matters. If somebody can convince you that your story started with oppression, that can make you forget your greatness. Tonight we begin where the story truly begins, with identity and dignity and heritage. This is about remembering. This act is not about looking backwards with anger. It's about looking backwards with understanding that sometimes the way forward begins by remembering who you were before the world told you who you were. What we just witnessed reminded us that slavery interrupted our history, but it did not create our history. Our story was already being written long before the interruption came. Get it? The ancestors had names. Too often history reduced people to statistics. But there were mothers and fathers, sons, daughters, dreamers and builders, people with names, cultures, traditions, and hope for the future. Greatness was already there. Greatness was already there. I'm not sure what's going on here, but I think I'm right here, but I'm hearing something different from the other room. But anyways, you cannot understand the journey without the beginning. If we only tell the story of suffering, we miss the story of greatness. To understand how far we've come, we must understand who we were before the interruptions. Before the chains, before the crown, before the chains, there were crowns. Before the auctions, there were families. Before the plantations, there were kingdoms. Before they called us slaves, God had already called us his children. Before they interrupted us, we laughed, we loved, we learned, we built, we dreamed, we worshiped, we lived. Don't ever let somebody tell you your story started in bondage. The story started with purpose. The story started with dignity. The story started with greatness. The story started with power. The ships may have interrupted the story, but they did not erase the story. And because they couldn't erase the story, we're still telling it. We're still living it. We're still carrying it. And that's why we're still here. We are still here, folks. Woo, Lord. All right. I'm fired up tonight. I'm fired up. Let me see what I got on my plate right now. I think I wanted to skip to Act 3 real quick. So I'm going to do that right now. And because Act 3 was important to me, and I'm just picking out some acts that I like. And you could look at the whole thing. It's actually on Uncle Paul's Thoughts right now. And tomorrow night we'll premiere it. So if you want to take time and look at it tonight, grab your family, loved ones, sons, daughters, call somebody and tell them that y'all can look at it together. But Act 3 is talking about built under pressure. And what pressure reveals what's inside of us. Pressure has a way of revealing that what really is in us, folks. Diamonds are formed under pressure. Steel is forged under pressure. And Black people in America built families, businesses, churches, schools, and communities under pressure. We built while carrying the weight. One of the greatest stories in American history is not just what happened to us. It's about what we built anyways. We built while facing discrimination. We built while facing segregation. We built while facing obstacles designed to stop us. Every generation added a brick. Our grandparents laid a brick. Our parents laid a brick. We are laying bricks. Our children are laying bricks. Our grandchildren are laying bricks. Our great-grandchildren are laying bricks. President Obama he laid bricks. He's still laying bricks. First Lady Michelle Obama's laying bricks. Everything we enjoy today stands on the sacrifice made by people whose names we'll never know. This is the story of resilience. As you watch this next act, don't focus on the struggle. Focus on the strength. Focus on the creativity. Focus on the determination. This is what happens when people refuse to quit.
Act 3. Built under pressure. Pressure created what oppression could not destroy.
They said freedom, sign right here. Read the fine print, disappear. Ink is hiding just as warm a velvet sleep.
Change, change, change.
Not intent.
Freedom needed paperwork, stamps and seals before it worked. They weighed our lives in legal terms. All delay was just discerned.
Yeah. Court said wait,
Bank said no,
land was priced
above our hope.
we paid in sweat, we paid in time,
Still owed interest.
on stolen lives.
Freedom needed paperwork, stamps and seals before it worked. They weighed our lives in legal terms. Called delay what just discerned.
Still waiting. Yeah. Yeah. They drew the lines in red and ink, told us where to live, where not to think. Dreams got smaller by design. Hope stopped short at painted signs. Maps became weapons.
They drew the lines, we felt the wall.
Some got lifted,
Some got stalled.
oh,
They drew the line,
called it law.
called it law. We called it true.
Where to go?
We know where to go.
Schools ran thin, jobs ran dry. Opportunity learned how to lie. They said it was chance. We saw the plan, a future fence before it began.
We felt the wall,
Some got lifted,
some got stalled.
oh,
They drew the lines,
called it law.
called it law. We called it true.
With nowhere to go.
We know where to go.
Still boxed in. Yeah. No land promised, so we made some. No doors open, so we shaped one. From back rooms and church basements, from nothing loans and patience. They blocked the road, we built the way. Still we built,
Out of scraps and faith,
still we built.
when they shut the gates,
Still we build,
school songs and names.
still we build.
Anyway,
Beauty from pressure, joy from pain. Whole communities, self-sustained. What they meant
Still we built, folks. After everything we endured, folks. After everything we endured. After everything we endured. Look at what we built. After everything we endured, the question isn't how we survived. The real question is how we managed to build so much while carrying on so much. While carrying so much. Churches, businesses, schools, families, culture, and excellence. Pressure did not define us, folks. The pressure was real, but it did not define us. We are not simply descendants of struggle. We are descendants of builders and dreamers and inventors and educators and entrepreneurs and visionaries. Somebody paid the price. Every opportunity we have today came because somebody before us paid a price. Because somebody else paid a price, folks. We didn't get here by ourselves. Your ancestors paid a price so that they paid a price so that we could be here, folks. Understand that. We didn't get here by ourselves. Somebody marched, somebody prayed, somebody sacrificed, somebody opened the door. The story continues with us, folks. The ancestors handled us the baton. Now the question becomes, are we building? What legacies are we building? What legacies are we leaving? What will future generations say about us when it's our turn to become the ancestors? They put pressure on us and we built. They put obstacles in front of us and we built. They tried to stop the dream, but we built. They tried to erase the story and we built. Because that's what we do, folks. We build under pressure. And that's why we are still here. Woo! I'm enjoying this tonight. This next thing we getting ready to talk about, folks, is important to me. I got so many screens going, folks. Y'all to see what I'm doing over here. This next thing is important to me. This scene here, I call it the intermission or the intermission but I want to talk about this because before we are roots, folks. We are roots. And get this. Roots matter more than branches. Get it? Roots matter more than branches. We spend a lot of time looking at what we can see, the branches, the leaves, the fruit. But the real strength in any tree is underground. Roots are what hold everything together. Tonight we're talking about the roots. They tried to uproot us. Our ancestors were taken from a homeland, separated from their family, stripped of their language, and denied their history. Yet somehow, even after all of that, their roots survived. You were somebody's answered prayer. Think about it for a moment. Somebody survived slavery so that you could be here. Somebody survived Jim Crow so that you could be here. Somebody survived discrimination, poverty, violence, and injustice so that you could still be sitting where you're sitting tonight. Roots grow in darkness. Get it? Roots do their work underground, folks. They do their work underground. Sometimes the strongest growth happens in the darkest places. Sometimes growth is growing something in you before the world sees it. So let me show you this scene. And this is one of my favorite scenes in the whole thing because I have a couple of favorite scenes, but this is one of them. Probably every scene is my favorite. Listen to the words, folks. That's why I did this as a musical. I wanted you not get caught up in who's acting and all this stuff. No, this is about listening to the words and looking at the scenery and seeing what it means to you. So take a look at this real quick.
Intermission. We are roots. The roots remained alive.
before the ships carved water, before the night grew loud, before the world looked at us and tried to shrink us down. We were rooted in sacred ground. They cut the branches but not the soul. We were roots buried deep through every storm, through burning streets. We were roots they could not move, break the body, but not the root. They stole the language, changed the names, built their cities on our pain, still the soil whisper truth. We were roots, still alive through every line they try to draw. We were underneath, still pushing up through concrete. Tulsa burned, but roots remain. Chains fell down, but roots stayed. Jim Crow sign, red line street, still the root would not retreat. Still rising, still breathing, still here. We are roots, deep and wide. You cannot kill what will not die. We are root, ancient truth. Cut us down, we still break through. Deep in the earth, deep in the ground, still we rise, still we are found. We are roots. We are roots.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for Good evening, everyone. That thing wants to do what it wants to do. It doesn't want to do what I want it to do. But that's okay. I'm just going to let it do what it do. But what I wanted to say is that roots never die, folks. They tried to erase our history. They tried to erase our story. And guess what? It's still here, folks. It's still here, folks. And that's what's important, that it's still, our message is still here. It's still here. They tried to erase our history, but they couldn't erase it. They tried to silence our voices, but that they couldn't silence our roots. The roots remain. And because the roots remain, we remain. We carry more than our story, folks. When you look at in the mirror, you're not just looking at yourself. You're looking at generations of sacrifices and generations of faith and generations of resilience staring right back at you. Our strength comes from deep places. The reason we've been able to endure so much is because our strength doesn't come from circumstances. It comes from something deeper. It comes from family, faith, culture, community, and an unbreakable determination to keep moving forward. The roots are still growing. The roots, it ain't over. The roots are still growing. Every child will, we teach, every dream we pursue, every barrier we break, every truth we tell adds another layer to the roots that future generations will depend on. You can cut down the branches, but the roots are alive. It will grow again. You can burn the leaves, but the roots are alive. It'll grow again. You can try to bury the story, but roots know how to push through the dirt. Roots know how to survive the storms. Roots know how to find water in dry places. And that's why we are still standing. That's why we're still building. That's why we're still dreaming. That's why, because we are not just the people, we are roots. The roots don't quit. The roots don't surrender. The roots don't disappear. We are roots. We are still here, folks. We are still here. This is what I want you to do for me tonight.
I did not have money. I did not have strength.
This here is free. It don't cost you nothing.
I did not even have the words,
Comment, like, and share.
but I had a cry.
Hey, this here is free. It don't cost you nothing to subscribe. Comment, like, and share. Don't let me have to say that again. You hear me? I said, did you hear me?
Did you hear me? Did you hear me? Oh boy, I'm gonna do probably. Let me just say, I'll do one more of these because I came on at 8:30. It's 9:43, so let me just do one more scene, and let me just pick which scene I want that to be. Um, and I was gonna do scene 5. Let me just do scene 5, and that's where I'm going to stop tonight. And y'all will see the movie tomorrow night. It premieres at 8:30 tomorrow night on 8:30 Eastern time over here on Uncle Paul's Thoughts. It'll be on Facebook, on Paul Smith, my page on there, and Uncle Paul on Facebook. So check it out tomorrow night at 8:30, and that will be our movie premiere night. I mean, please, y'all, please, I'm begging, please share this with your friends.
Kororo.
8:30. I normally do Friday night therapy. I'm not going to do it tomorrow night because I think we need to get everybody over here so everybody can look at this. Still here. Get your family together. Share this with your friends. After this premieres on tomorrow night, have watch parties at your house and have a discussion about it. If you want me to join some of your discussions, let me know. I'm not saying I'm coming to people's houses, but I'll pop up on your screen and we can have some conversations about this thing. I think this is just the beginning of a new branding that I'm gonna do with Uncle Paul's Thoughts. And I'll tell you more about it later. But I'm gonna have people come on here and we're gonna talk finances, we're gonna talk money, we're gonna talk all kind of things. And we're gonna talk about empowering Black people. And some people won't like us, we'll get some haters, but that's okay. Let me tell y'all what this is. We have to empower our people, and that's important. And we gotta get busy, folks. We got to get busy. We got to get busy. And that's what I'm here to do. We're still here, folks. Now, what we going to do with it? All right, let's look at, we're going to look at Act 5 real quick. This thing has been acting crazy all night. I think I know why, but I'm not even going to front. It's jumping screens and jumping scenes. And I'm like, okay, y'all going to try me tonight, but that's okay. We won't have this problem tomorrow because I already got it set up. The whole scene. and maybe I'll come live after it's over tomorrow night. And I might come live tomorrow night and we have a conversation if people are still there. If you want me to, let me know. Drop some comments and let me know if you want me to come live tomorrow night. I'm fired up about this, y'all, because I know God's calling me to something new and it's going to be different. And that's why I have these other channels. But here we go with Act 5. Okay. One of my channels is really behind, and I don't know which one it is, but it's really behind. I'm hearing stuff in the other room that should be playing. It's not up to speed. But anyways, I'm not going to worry about it. It's playing. All right. So let's look at Act. Before I play, let me just talk about it a little bit. So Act 5 is still here, still becoming. Look, survival was never the final goal. For generations, our ancestors fought to survive. But survival was never the destination. Survival was the bridge. The goal was always to become everything God placed inside of us to be. We honor the past, but we do not live there. Tonight we honor those who came before us, but we are not called to live looking backwards. We learn from the past, we celebrate the past, but we build the future. Still here means more than existing. When we say still here, we're not just saying we made it. We're saying we're growing. We're creating. We're dreaming. We're becoming. We're more than just existing in one thing. We're becoming is something greater, folks. We're becoming something greater. And the story is still being written. The beautiful thing about this movement is that the story isn't over, folks. Every generation adds another chapter. The question is, what chapter are you writing right now? So I'm going to show you Act 5, and I hope you listen up and get something out of it. And then I'm gonna play one final song, and then we're gonna go home and go home. We're gonna leave the studio and go eat dinner. My nephew's already cooked me dinner, and I'm gonna eat a little dinner, and then we're gonna get ready for tomorrow night, the premiere of the movie. I'm gonna set it to a premiere probably around 10 or 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, or before then. So you won't be able to watch it. And again, so if you want to watch it tonight, come on over to Uncle Paul's Thoughts and look at it. But after tonight, it's going to be shortly, maybe the first thing in the morning, set to premiere tomorrow. And we're going to play it and premiere it. And then after it premieres, I think I'm going to come live. I think I will, if y'all want me to. And I won't stay long. But if y'all have questions, shoot them at me, send them to me, or drop me a note someplace. Drop them in the comments on under this video. All right, folks, you ready for scene number 5, the final one for tonight? And then we're gonna play a song. I'll say something on my way out. Here we go.
Act 5. Still here, still becoming. Survival is not the finish line.
You know what I didn't do is talk about that, did I? Act 5, still here, still becoming. Did I do that? Oh, I did do it. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm jumping ahead of myself.
Act 5. Still here, still becoming. Survival is not the finish line.
Yeah.
They try to bury us under laws and lies, under headlines and bedtime prayers. Said stay quiet, stay in place, call survival, knowing your place. They mistook roots for graves.
They tried to bury us,
but we did not.
but we did not break. They tried to bury us,
But we stayed away.
but we stayed away. Dirt on our name,
Dirt on our name.
stone on our bread. They tried to bury us,
But forgot our
but forgot our dead.
every shove, every no pressed us deeper into what we know. You do not kill what the ground protects. You just give power time to stretch. Try to bury us.
They tried to bury us,
But we did not break.
they tried to bury us.
But we stayed away.
Dirt on our name, stone on our bread.
Stone on our bread.
They tried to bury us,
But forgot our dead.
forgot our dead.
Still here.
Every push, every fall, every name they try to call went underground, out of sight, working miracles in the night. Pressure did not end us, it prepares. We were seeds, never stones. What they buried still had bones. Whoa. We were seeds, built to rise, breaking concrete, touching sky. Roots found water, enclosed ground. Dreams learn language without sound. You call it weight and we call it growth. Nothing wasted, nothing broke. We were seeds, never stones, never stones. What they buried still had bones. We were seeds, built to rise, breaking concrete, touching sky. We
Listen, we walk through fire, walk through night, carry tomorrow in borrowed light. History tried to close the book. Every chapter refused to look. Still breathing, still becoming.
This is not the end. It is the middle of a longer song.
still becoming.
2020 seats. Listen close. They pulled us off the screens. Said we were too loud, too honest, too real for prime time. Took our names out the books, called it revision, called it balance, called it time. Same playbook, new fun. They tried to erase us again, different pens, same intent. They said forget, we said remember. History does not end when you censor. Banned the stories, closed the classes, silenced truth with smiling faces. Said racism ended, checked the box while building new walls with old rocks. Progress scares power. They tried to erase us again, different pens, same intent. They said forget, we said remember. History does not end when you censor. They burned our towns, then blamed the smoke. Tulsa lit up while the world stayed woke blind. Black Wall Street turned to ash, insurance never paid. They said riot, we say massacre, say the name. They bomb prosperity, then ask why we start over. They erase wealth, then mock survival. They try to erase us again, from streets, from books, from airways. But black lives still matter in real time, not footnotes, not someday. They try to erase us again, but we stay present, stayed awake. We build archives in living rooms, past truth mouth to mouth like flame. Still here, still telling it, still building anyway.
Vive.
here, folks. Get it. We're still here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for this Juneteenth presentation and join us on tomorrow night for Still Here. I am so proud.
I did not have money. I did not have strength.
This here is free. It don't cost
I did not even have the words,
Comment, like, and share.
but I had a cry.
Hey, this here is free. It don't cost you nothing to subscribe. Comment, like, and share. Don't let me have to say that again. You hear me? I said, did you hear me?
Media Network. Uncle Paul's unpadded pew. Uncle Paul's thoughts. Friday night therapy. Truth, inspiration, music. KAMB. We'll see you next time.
For every ancestor, for every dreamer, for every voice they tried to let freedom ring. Let freedom ring. Come on. Come on. Yeah. From the cotton fields to the city streets, we've carried hope on weary feet. Through every struggle, through every pain, we kept believing the sun would shine again. We have cried, we have prayed, we have stood when others walked away. And now we're standing with our heads held high, looking toward a brighter sky. No more shame, no more fear, no more hiding, we are here. No more silence, no more shame. We're lifting up a mighty name. Let freedom ring, let freedom ring. From every mountain, let freedom ring. Let freedom ring, let freedom ring. From every valley, let freedom ring. Freedom in our hearts, freedom in our souls. Freedom for our daughters, freedom for our sons. Let freedom ring, let freedom ring. Everybody sing, let freedom ring. There were hands that built this land. There were prayers only heaven understands. There were mothers holding on. There were fathers teaching us to be strong. We are the dream that survived the storm. We are the seed that was reborn. And every generation still carries the flame. Standing together, calling his name. No more chains, no more fear, no more hiding, we are here. No more silence, no more shame. We're lifting up a mighty name. Let freedom ring, let freedom ring. From every mountain, let freedom ring. Let freedom ring, let freedom ring. From every valley, let freedom ring. Freedom in our hearts, freedom in our souls. Freedom for our daughters, freedom for our sons. Let freedom ring, let freedom ring. Everybody sing, let freedom ring. Bring in Alabama, bring in Georgia, bring in Mississippi, bring in Texas, bring in Baltimore, bring in Chicago, bring in Detroit, bring in New Orleans, bring in every place where hope survives, bring in every heart that's still alive. Bring. Let freedom ring. Freedom ring. Let freedom ring. Freedom ring. Let freedom ring. Freedom, 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 freedom. Freedom, 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 freedom. Freedom, 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 freedom. Let freedom ring. From the mountains to the sea, from the rivers to the trees, every generation yet to be. Let freedom ring. 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 Freedom ring. Let freedom ring.
Uncle Paul's unpadded pew, Uncle Paul's thoughts, Friday night therapy, truth, inspiration, music, KAN.
Kere ge kororo. Kere re te kororo. Kere boshata kororo.